Nick Cannon says his farewell. Kirk Franklin is working with NBC, and UMC pastor relieved of his duties. Man, that sounds like a drag. We have it all coming up for you on the Gospel Rollas Report. Stay with me. Gospel Rollers, I'm asking for your prayers for Nick Cannon. You know, to live is to die, and death is something that for most of us we will face at some point in our life. But for the ones that have to face death, especially when it's concerning one of their children, I believe that's something that a lot of us really can't relate to. So let's keep him lifted up in prayer. Nick Cannon says that God gave him strength following the death of his 5-month-old son. Actor and media personality Nick Cannon shares the shocking news that his youngest child, 5-month-old Zen, died. He credited his strength in God from helping him through the tragic event. The entertainer shared the news on the Nick Cannon Show with a photo of his son, whom he shares with Alicia Scott. The audience and crew were not aware of what Cannon was about to share as he went on to talk about his excitement over the summer with the arrival of Zen, whom was born on June 23rd. He described that his son was born with what he thought was a sinus thing. Cannon also joked that Zen's nice-sized head, something he said all of his children had, a Cabbage Patch Kid head. After realizing that Zen's cough was not going away, the father of 7 took his son to be medically evaluated. Following the examination, it was discovered that the infant had fluid buildup in his head. Diagnosed with a malignant tumor in his head, Cannon emotionally revealed, adding that Zen had to have stents put in to drain the fluid. He was still playing with all his brothers and sisters, and I quote, "We were faithful and hopeful for that time. I embraced every moment." You know, I really like the scripture that says you have not because you ask not. The plumber who found the missing money at the Joel Osteen Lakewood Church says that he deserves a reward. The plumber, who wishes to remain anonymous, discovered missing money in the Texas mega church while working on the toilet on November the 10th. After turning in the money, he went public with his finding during a radio interview. After Houston police said that the checks he discovered appeared to be linked to the 2014 robbery. The unnamed plumber said in an interview with local news outlets that he thinks he should get something in return, although the case remains unsolved. About $200,000 in cash, along with $400,000 worth of checks, reportedly went missing. Police say the investigation is ongoing. However, the statute of limitation on the felony theft case is now expired, and the plumber may not be entitled to any reward. At the time of the 2014 robbery, Crime Stoppers had stated that anyone who provided information leading up to an arrest would receive a $25,000 reward. In a recent update, Crime Stoppers of Houston announced that the plumber would get the $20,000 for discovering and turning over the money to church officials. Ironically, in 2014, Lakewood Church gave Crime Stoppers $20,000 to work on the case. In 2016, the church decided to gift the funds for the operation. Today, we're gifting the same amount of money to this Good Samaritan and wishing him and his family a wonderful holiday season. Tell me God is not good. This next story is just one of the reminders that we serve a holy and a righteous God, and how much we really need him in order to walk that out in our everyday life. UMC pastor relieved of duties after performing as drag queen on an HBO series. A United Methodist Church pastor was recently relieved of his duties after participating as a drag queen in an HBO reality series, We're Here. The Reverend Craig Dukes became the center of controversy after being featured in the November 8th episode. The series followed 3 renowned drag artists who traveled to small towns across the country teaching local residents how to perform as drag queens. Craig was nominated by the River City Pride organization to take part in the series. In that episode, Duke was shown preaching to his congregation about love. before transitioning into a singing Keisha song, We Are Who We Are, with drag mother Eureka O'Hara. In a letter sent to the congregation last week, Dickens said that although he had positive feelings about stepping in as the interim pastor, he was not happy about the circumstances that led to this. The Reverend Craig Dukes, formerly the lead pastor of Newburgh's United Methodist Church, was relieved of his duties effective December 1st. And the Reverend Mark Dickens will serve as the interim pastor. There are other reports saying that Duke was bullied and forced to leave the church. Mitch Gleason, superintendent of the South and Southwest District of Indiana UMC's conference, sent a letter to the congregation on November the 26th stating that Duke was neither fired nor suspended. Rather, Duke had reached a place where he feels unable to continue to serve in parish ministry at present. Gospel Rollas, I am concerned when the church starts to answer the concerns of the church like we have the same concerns of the world. The church should never be a place of confusion, nor should it be a place of perversion, but it should be a place of correction, and not in a way that is not loving, because we serve a loving God who is not angry with us, and he is here to correct us and guide us. And if we don't have that at the church, then we are in trouble. Speaking of networks trying to get their viewership up, well, kudos goes out to NBC. Kirk Franklin is working with NBC on a new gospel music drama series. NBC is moving forward with the plans for the new TV series based on the gospel music industry with the help of gospel legend Kirk Franklin. The show, titled Kingdom Business, will give viewers an unfiltered look at the dramas that unfold behind the scenes in the gospel music industry, Deadline reports. On another note, back in July, Devon Franklin announced that he's working on a biographical movie based on the life of multi-platinum gospel singer. And I quote, "I told y'all we're about to change the game. This brother has allowed me to produce a movie about his life. Thank you, man," Devon Franklin said in an Instagram video alongside Kirk Franklin. According to Deadline's filmmaker Brian Ivory, creator of the Dropbox and Emmanuel, he will write the film about the 14-time Grammy Award-winning artist. The movie will be based on Franklin's story for his humble beginnings through his meteoric rise to fame as he changed the face of gospel music and battled his demons in the process. Man, I can truly relate to that walk as a believer. Gospel Rollas, I'm sure you know that it is truly a walk of battling our demons in the process as we become more like Christ. Let's keep Kirk Franklin, Devon Franklin, and this project lifted up, because we know that there will probably be a lot of spiritual forces against the success and the story that will be told. I'm Misha Hamilton, and that's your Gospel Rollas Report. And you know it's gospel. And for the best in Christian entertainment and news, please subscribe to our channel, leave us a comment, and like this video.